Hi everyone, good morning. It's early in the morning on Monday here in the East Coast of the United States. I'm going Facebook Live to help a friend of mine who's a human rights defender in Thailand. And you may have actually seen him in the news because if you Google Thai elections, Thai cheating elections, you might see him. He's one of the most important protesters right now against the cheating elections in Thailand. And if you've read an article on this topic, it's likely that the article was illustrated with a picture of this person. His name is, I know him as Kun Ford. He goes by Ford Redpath in English. His real name, I will screw up the ending of it, but it's Anarak Jeantanowicz. And if you Google Anarak Jeantanowicz, you'll already read about him. If you Google Anarak, A-N-U-R-A-K, and also Frontline Defenders, you'll read about how he's a frontline human rights defender in Thailand who's already been harassed and in fact assaulted by suspected agents from the junta. He was, the last time that he came home from a protest, he was attacked in his home by men in helmets. But that's not actually what I'm here to talk about, because something even worse has happened to him. He's now been accused of computer crime for a completely ordinary Facebook post. Now, the way things work in Thailand, usually if you're accused of something and it's called a crime by the junta, you don't get to hear any more about what the person did. Your mind can just run wild knowing that he posted something and it was a computer crime. Well, Ford has enough friends, and he is very careful to document everything he does. So he just instantly put out the post that he was accused for, and there's nothing in the post that that constitutes a crime. It's a post about, most of the post, he's praising a certain Thai princess who decided to run as prime minister in the elections. And if you've been following all the exciting Thai political twists and turns, you will have heard of her. So he made a post about this princess, basically praising her, and somehow ends up being charged with computer crime. He asked me to translate the post into English, which I did, and if you go to my Facebook, which I guess you can go to easily if you're watching me Facebook Live, you can read that post in full. He's praising the princess and her decision to run in the election, and it's mystifying what could possibly constitute computer crimes in this post. He has clarified in a press conference today that the way in which this became labeled a computer crime is that his post was taken by a conservative website called Thai Post, where people, have discussions on a forum, and they're mostly fascist, as a matter of fact. And they had been harassing him previously. Well, they reposted his post with a false headline, and his post was reposted under the distorted headline, "Red Shirts Won't Stop Spreading Fake News that the junta uses Article 44 to deny Her Highness the right to run." And then someone tattled to the police that he, had done this post, but the post had this false headline over top of it when it was reposted at the fascist website that had already been harassing Kun Ford. Ford is 100% confident that he did nothing wrong and will ultimately be vindicated. But he has visited so many political prisoners in jail who also did nothing that he has rational fears that he will be thrown in jail, denied bail, and before they all sort this out and say, you know, you did nothing wrong, he will have spent time in the horrible, horrible conditions that he has seen as he's visited other Thai political prisoners. We want everyone to know that the international community has their eye on this story. Every time Ford does something, CNN knows about it, and The Guardian knows about it, and the Washington Post knows about it, because he is an activist to watch. It's very exciting to watch his activities in Thailand from around the world. Okay, and I'll just go on to say that today I'm wearing a shirt that Kun Ford also made as part of his activism. And this is a shirt that has one of the promised dates of the Thai election. This date came and went, and it was a broken promise, but I still have the shirt. And his group is, when you translate it into English, it translates the citizens want elections. And so he, leading up to the elections, kept marching with a group, reminding people that the elections were coming, and trying to hold the junta to their promise of elections. All right, I'm going to turn this off and see if it actually appears on Facebook. Last time it did not, so let's see what happens this time. All right, thank you.